Yo yamamo akwa abashronko so edeba POG Media so mesre se afei na so aba dwumadie no so a obe subscribe like dwumadie no share na ma for friends so and be kindly click on the notification bell no so send be ya ye de any news bi ato platform no so awon so wahunu de airco ene de ba yenko yensem ne fansem dodo na no embre wa ye bo ede awura eye chesebobie eye aso eye na ode nsem bi aba betudwa efa eye Gabby asare ocheda ko ho a chese eni enyan na ochema Gabby is having a mental health bia. It is very serious, and we're revealing all this implications what Gabby so allegedly ochemo eni enyan pa na o expose neoma bebra na chese eni enyan. I think say oye Ghana nina se ebia odwene like MPP amonyoko no it will be of concern to you about how the party was run and how our party no esme destroy Ghana yanko na yanko ko tie nsemo onunyamfo bobi editudwa bedawase.
Very a simple logic. So you can sit there, club beer, now 25 cities, now you say 20 cities. Me, I don't drink beer anyway. So you can sit on your platform. Me say, MPP Media for no, apart from a hisem, any or time, any bre, any lose now, lose. And I had Gabby watch the or see lose do the more lose na that gap no na eye ne nwanwa ebe ye nwanwa. You see Kwame, so ade ana Gabby no mu ye ni nyina no and unim de ntia me what believe say Akuffo do fear for no people like Gabby and MPP for no omo mental health. Yeah, omo bodam ya bodam for complete. Gabby ya bodam ni oye mental health and one na mo oye bodam ni. A madman, you are a madman. How can you run a country? A choir money pensioners, a fast Akroma, and a haircut. The way I'm going for banks, a gun for Numa. Even within the year 2024, from January to December, the way I'm running the economy, inflation go 54%. And Gabby was sitting down thinking that they were still going to win. What about them? But them mini boy no Gabby got to that. But them mini boy complete. But them mini no near of an so about them. And Ghana for about damn for video my way ma woman no more ababa benya scan and no yeah kasa and then when we went to African entrepreneurship then kwasi away ya na ni ho basa Gabby we and ho basa we and then I'm a passion I reduce on my first kwame check send him away, yeah, here. And now let's compare Addo forcing to a Inf0rmant. Let's compare the two. Me say, so we are MPP media practitioner, and any bread, and what time, any bonnet, and what yarn a woman. There is no way within this 5 months you will sit down and talk trash and insult John Mahama. No, you won't do it. Yes, I won't ferriadie umwadie. Ferriadie umwadie. Sani atetu, sani awowo. You can't tell me. Say within the 5, obi the 56 ministers, obi you 125, or the boss now why, or the boss now why, or the boss now why. Wafake kanokure oye baba baby a wote no kanokure and now to aduane say forget about a year when people know away no okofelo gas here say Amanfo etu kwai passing air. Omate so 10%. He say no, omni bibia kent no omni adane personal attacks, personal issues, personal attacks. And no be set in your fe, no be mpaboa fe. They don't have anything to say. Omuntu be make argument bia. And no be as Magdal McConney or say Royal Umbrella rice na 750 per bag, but say 580. 580. Sister Kwabna, will be then advise your younger brother Okatachi. Look, let me say this. Okatachi is my brother. I will never sit here and claim Okatachi is not my brother. Enya politics in Tina maybe you ama. No, I mean, this is the second time I have said this. I won't do it. We know each other from way back. And at a point in time, Okatachi support you da. Yane dia na pe. And then they want support to wa. Yane dia won pe. Yes, that is nature. And we must respect a man for opinion. The same words we use you know when you are supporting us. The same words no use. If you can counter him, you counter him. But I mean, we should. So yenja obia no obia enye de woye. Yenja obia no. So far as I mean, say or cancel defamation, you can go to court. You can go to court. But the point is, I have received so many messages. And then me kotra de bi minuanom and this for be didi matem ana mortgage NDC with minuanom no. The fact that Obi when this money or Katachi problem doesn't mean I should have a problem with him. How? Why? So ofri and this musa kwa MPP no. Oh no, ye na adwuma na mesume ye ma adwuma. We meet, we chat, we laugh, and we walk away. In this and this year, we near. And then I say, I'm headache, so be tiny baby and a juma. What do I care? I can only disagree with him on issues. It ends there. Yeah, we are a coffee bakumu. That's all. Yes, if you come and tell me Okatachi is better, I believe it. But it doesn't warrant me to have an issue with him. But we can disagree. We can disagree. Why? At the end of the day, your friend say, Otiko Jaba. And you your friend say, Yebra Jo Mahama num. Nini no mo. Ane Mutabawa. But they go to the same house. But they have different political opinions. Otiko Jaba atemni die bena Otiko Jaba krade na ni nua director ni moja ene Jo Mahama otimi didi na tam te sakola, but they go to the same house. They go and sit down and eat, chat and laugh. Ebi kura favors bi wo Otiko Jaba benya o JM ho a mi bobie mi nya. Ebi a favors bi wo Otiko Jaba atemni die wadi Jo Mahama nyina no obenya sesie ya me no ka se ya mi bobie me kosoro ba for mi nya sa favor bi da. So at least sese kwabna makachro ye nyina kwabna ya asantefo oye nua, you can only disagree with him. It ends there. Why? No more maka no so omodo do omo ho pa ti emo bi n2fo ema onkoya de a enye. Yes, on disagree there, I disagree. Williams, so bet me akonifi akobono de a kobono. Yane de mean su kwai. So bet me ananti akọ Katachi efi akobono a. Ko sa okọ no gina wa sa Bawumia. no abono now anyway, let's move on. Me say senye ahoya any otanya, and I would dare your friend say and the prices dropped. Passing air and starting from 17th June ochna and 17th and a dahono at the ha and at the hano the atu ase untimi nya ho hwe enie timi anum Gordon asarbedi ako kwaku dawro kwame afrifa ene mo aka say mo kofro passing air je madarumanti ya titi say hu dia kan dia mo bu na afuo ana asemo ana mo huru dia monye ene minua kwa me free for say o pray wa ko yonje enu ase mi so enanse mi so video bi o dia CMP mpanifo no so mo nya ne yie nam say wona kekakọ ho mo party na mo nchichiri ne yie agu MPP ne agu. Passion announces fare reduction across all destinations. Ewradin kamebrofo ba kwa adia ni here. Vivian upon this will say yeah.
Yo gusu a ohwe dwumadie no de my message so be subscribe like dwumadie no share ne ma afoforo enso ensa inka be kindly click on the notification bell no so send be ya any news biara to a platform no so I won so wahunu die airco ene die air bana ofam yenu no eye bobi eto aso de nsema chese na asefam to dwa ekre ha wa eye chese okatachie nsem bi ene ho kro ne body dodo na aye dey eto aso a obepese obeti na dwumadie no akoso wano yanko yinkonkuti agu ade na ka ba fie kwaku dawuro wasrewu kwaku mesi kwaku ade na agu kwaku for now momo ya abaso kwaku for now momo ya abaso momo kwaku kofro person bra na be ready. Passion Air announces fare reduction across all destinations. Passion Air is delighted to announce a reduction of up to 10% in airfares across all our domestic routes. This fare adjustment comes in response to the recent strengthening of the cedi against major foreign currencies. Bam, I no go inside again. Kwaku weni aka no, kwaku dawro weni aka no. Dia aka ni nyina wa woni god mo ani abre no personal issues dem mo ani abre. Bring your figures. Bring your figures in 2017. Now this is for the figures mra. Bring your figures. Oya ne say, and this year ne say, ukra 125 ministers. Still not Jeffrey Wonsam. Okoka, say, afi, kwame kwache kra be fra rupia ko kumase, ene tamale. Yati to say hu. Tactics and wisdom. Nathaniel, thank you. Tactics and wisdom. O mine ye di nyansa ne bu mine, yemfa propaganda ni jimi. Nemkwasi akeka. Yemfa propaganda eni jimi ne nkwasi akeka debi ya di adwene ene bu man me pacho kwaku dawro minua wadaroma fits almost say ratings no it will say pacho Mahama is the whole it will say modi ya kodru junkie for economy ni ate ho wokrom ha me say mo pa ye hwe records mu fom
na fe de yen kokrom na yen fa street a friend say politics and to form what the electricity ko akoya conditionality tariffs etija na wo kasa now today and down no Fitch upgrades Ghana's credit score to B. NDA. And you see, we have a reason why some of us ye ni say. Oh, yeah, Kwame, na ye beto aba na me ka asem wa say. Say even if NDC wini no msi bobie ni bibia di jaw. No mutimi rani omani ye kura. I'm fine. I'm okay. And that is why some of us we are not angry. And I don't know why I should be angry. At least and now me call mampo. I mean now for one PP I mean no mun nyina ye nyini ye from why ye di agrobom ye tiwa na utimi say kwabra John de nyame anim ne kwabra John na me catch them. I told you guys. I told you say adwuma no e wo fom adwuma no wo fom. Yeah. Russia and Ukraine me mamu two analysis per me wia meje mama a divine Akroma ne a friend say Charles McCarthy no my adwuma. Me ma two. Russia Ukraine war enyema Akuffo Addo. Any Bawumia, any year we see. Tia Bawumia, city depreciation. Bawumia lists key causes of economic strain. Me pacho yanko. Obia would tell me,
we had to undertake a major banking.
Me we have the best Sunday kwakuda euro. Me the best Sunday a yiminyo katachie. Now me the Sunday a year garden a sarebediako.
Banking.
Maybe we have the best
crisis reform that we consolidated a number of banks. At that time, 2018, 2019, this cost almost close to $7 billion for the country to save the banking system. Almost $7 billion. Now, the choice that was available was either you let the banking system collapse or you save it. There was really no middle way. Whose deposits were you going to let go? And we had to save the banking system and the deposits of 4.6 million people. Of course, we also had COVID come in at the end of 2019, and we had the worst economic depression since the 1930s in the global economy, and COVID had its major impact. Of course, from the president's point of view at the time of COVID, the emphasis was to save lives and was not on fiscal discipline. And so we had to basically focus on saving lives at great fiscal cost. But before we could know it, Russia and Ukraine also came to add to our troubles. And we are dealing with those issues. So fiscal discipline really is the ability of government to balance revenues and expenditures. And when discipline is not maintained, expenditures inevitably exceed revenues, and that creates a deficit. Following where we are.
Elisa, we nyina na me de asende minuanom. Omo bi wo untumi bobi wo mobi wo setting the records. Me kura meko akọbọ. Azion ne say enokre nokre. Uya no bibia nye. Obi na ka che say on se dey Russia, Ukraine. So even they couldn't manage the fiscal policy, neither they managed to save lives. COVID they couldn't do say. What went me was say the any call how to hold on to the economy and blah 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 and Akuffo still more spending and Akuffo. While you were spending, Akuffo basa Akroma COVID no so Akuffo adu ne kofa bae. But Akuffo adu de anima emame. Was a bomb ba could be out to Muntia at the Akuffo adu kache. Bomb ba could be out to Ukraine a hit your pocket. That time near your inflation 54%. Na a dollar na Jeffrey or Monsem na bibia ko engine Iran and Iraq na Mahama and Professor Jenana Opokwa be catch say bomb bia when grad ya bomb hypersonic missiles ya the chese get two button na rubber be not tai at the form two na sa bia daso no na no say the board so there two red light no
2 years ago, our world came to a thundering halt as we cowered from a health pandemic, from an unknown malicious virus, coupled with a devastating global economic pandemic. High budget deficits. 2 years ago, our world came to a thundering halt as we cowered from a health pandemic, from an unknown malicious virus, coupled with a devastating global economic pandemic. High budget deficits were no longer concerns of only developing nations. By 2021, COVID-19 had pushed Africa into the worst recession for half a century. A slump in productivity and revenues, increased pressures on spending, and spiraling public debts confronted us without relent. As we grappled with these economic challenges, Russia's invasion of Ukraine burst upon us, aggravating an already difficult situation. It is not just the dismay that we feel at seeing such deliberate devastation of cities and towns in Europe in the year 2022. We're feeling this war directly in our lives in Africa.
Yamfa dwumadie ni ensia emfama because udi adwene de echia so ohwe eye asuo fraw ntin mesremu say yamfa dwumadie ni ensia na yamfa foforo so enye de embroba subscribe like dwumadie no share na ma foforo so ensan can be kindly click on the notification bell so send be the news be to platform no so a won so wo hu de airco ene de ba makramo